Never before has economic disruption been so severe. The pandemic struck at a time when the country was addressing structural problems in the economy, and government support was required to sustain families and businesses in the face of revenue challenges and income shortages. The road to recovery required an inclusive, collaborative, multi-sector approach, which they delivered.
The biggest challenge is to keep the economy moving, keep the money flowing, and make what we call mandatory payments. Every month, we have to make mandatory payments of almost $4 billion. And that involves salaries throughout the public sector and the state sector. It involves goods and services, electricity, telephone, essential supplies. For example, in the health sector, we have a huge pharmaceutical bill, medication, medical supplies, etc. Over $1 billion a year, just for that alone. The challenges of working in a pandemic are actually threefold. One, you have to provide additional support to vulnerable populations. Then you have to cope with a vastly reduced revenue stream. And the third thing is that because of the pandemic and because of the public health restrictions, the system isn't functioning as it should. Not every public servant is at work, for example. Things take longer now. Simple little things like releasing funds takes longer because not everybody is at work. Some people are in quarantine and that sort of thing. So it's very disruptive. We have for years been running the expenditure of the country way beyond our means. I don't think there's any proper understanding of it. You come into this ministry and you have to watch the overdraft at the central bank every day. We get a report every single day and I have to look at it. And once the overdraft is inching up beyond 80% and getting up to 90%, we have to start taking action. We have to start throttling back. We have to start finding money. I'm told this has never happened before. That previously there was no overdraft. The government's account was in surplus in the central bank up to 2012. In fact, in 2010, there was $6 billion in credit. So the concept of having to struggle with an overdraft that is right at the limit every day is something unknown to ministers and public servants. The public servants are not even accustomed to it yet. And that's why we always find ourselves having to scramble all the time. So that what I appreciate from this job is how fragile the situation is and how much care and attention you have. You really have to pay attention with this job. This is not a ministry where you could delegate everything and let other people, perform your functions. In the coming year, I'm hoping that the two institutions that we have managed to find solutions to, which is the Gambling and Gaming Authority and the Revenue Authority, I will be able to establish them and operationalize them in the coming year so that we could start to get a better revenue stream coming to the government, because there's a lot of tax evasion outside there, a lot of leakage. So those two agencies are designed to try and stem the flow in terms of tax avoidance and tax evasion. For companies involved in technology development, in digitization and digitalization and so on, they would pay a lower rate of tax and they will also get incentives. What I'm also seeking to do in this year, 2022, and it's a lot of work, is to create an online marketplace. So people who have goods will be able to rent space in this online marketplace and be able to buy and sell their goods. You have something to sell, you post it on the online marketplace and people can log in, look for your item, find something that they want, pay you online using their credit card or some other system, and you ship the goods to them. That's how those online marketplaces work. And then we take it international. So I'll make it domestic first, that's the plan, and then we take it international. The use of cash is a real humbug. The use of checks and all that sort of thing is a real humbug. If people can pay for things and receive their salaries on their phone, on their computer, they don't have to go to the bank, they don't have to go inside the bank. If they need cash, of course, they could get it through an ATM or something like that. But we want to introduce virtually any payment. You're paying your light bill, you're paying your water bill, you're paying your driver's license, you're paying for any government service, you're paying for your passport, for example, any fee within the public service, anything, pay your taxes, cashless, on a phone, on a laptop, on a tablet. That is what we will be doing in this year 2022. I want to wish the nation and my constituents of Diego Martin Northeast a very bright and happy Christmas and Holy Christmas. I do wish in 2022 that this terrible virus will leave us. And I do wish that people can recover from it. I do wish businesses can recover. People can recover at the personal level. Those who have lost loved ones, you have my deepest sympathy. And let us look forward to the best new year that we can possibly get. Let us all try to work together to see if we can improve the lives of everyone.
12 months, 52 weeks, 365 days have passed, and as we celebrate the end of one year and the beginning of another, we remember those that we've lost in the battle to COVID-19. We must look back on the year with the knowledge that brighter days are ahead of us, and that although our challenges are great, each one of us has the courage, determination, and responsibility to rise up and meet them. It is that spirit that has kept Trinidad and Tobago alive for generations, and that same spirit will keep us alive for generations to come. So, on behalf of the government of Trinidad and Tobago, and from my family to yours, Happy New Year.